You know what's interesting? Just the coaching. I mean, how it's all of a sudden they can coach now, but now you can see the matches sometimes change in the coach's box before it actually changes. And it really does make an effect, because like last night I noticed a big difference with Taylor Fritz's coach, who was normally so, Mike Russell, he's normally so calm and cool. He sensed that something was going on, and he was another person. I'm like, who is that up there? But Taylor played off of it.
What was interesting, and Taylor talked about it right afterwards, he talked about the fact that it was more so just Mike Russell telling him, you're doing all of the right things.
Yeah, stay in there.
You need to maintain that course. And sometimes that's excellent coaching, just to maintain that level.
Because I have to say, I was getting a little tired of coaching every second to a player. I'm like, can the player think for themselves? And I don't like that part of it. But yeah, last night, to kind of see how that made a big difference, then I felt a little better about the coaching.
Well, I think we're ready. Warm-ups have finished. Looks like we're going to get a re-grip job here from Jessica Pegula.
She doesn't have time.
Oh, yeah, she's going to have it out and waiting for the next changeover.
I'm like, wait a minute, you're in the final of this major and you didn't re-grip your racket before you got in? Hello, tennis 101, hello.
Well, the fact that she grips it herself, I'm shocked, so.
Well, you can hear this crowd is ready. Sabalenka in the daytime outfit from Nike. It's pink, and she's serving from the far side. We're ready for play in the women's final. Toss goes up for Sabalenka. Serve, good. Pegula back into a Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula up the line with the forehand. Sabalenka running back in, lands good. Pegula stepping in, forehand into the deuce corners. A winner to start this women's final. Pegula to love 15.
Yeah, I'm really liking the way, just that first point, how Jess has decided that she is not giving up any inch. She's going to need to stay close to that baseline, try to get that ball back over there very quickly.
So at love 15, I have a question for you about the balls. We talked about that and how it might impact here once we are now indoors because of the roof being closed. Love 15 serve for Sabalenka, good. Chip return short. Forehand Sabalenka to deuce corner. A little bit off balance here. Are we going to see a pretty drastic difference, Zena, from right after a ball change and then towards the beginning of a ball change? Is it going to be more drastic than normal with these balls fluffing up, do you think?
Yeah, it'll be drastic, but it'll be drastic more to the players than it will to us, because they will feel it will actually get a little heavier.
At love 30 here, Sabalenka serving far side, serve good. Pegula forehand into the net for 15-30.
That was a great serve there by Sabalenka. She's probably going to use that serve down the middle of the court into Jess' body a little bit. I would if I was her.
Definitely, you can even hear it.
Yeah, you can.
Hear just this hum in the crowd because of that roof being closed. 15-30 here for Sabalenka. Serve T is an ace. First of the day for. What's it feel like, Sophie, courtside right now in terms of just that ambient sound?
It's very loud, I mean, to say the least, but I think they're focusing right away in there. And I mean, just Jessica is just reacting very well to it, but very loud, and we can hear the rain now.
Serve out wide. Lob return's going to miss wide. Game points here for Sabalenka.
Yeah, that's a great serve. Sabalenka has a very good wide serve. She's worked very hard on consistency on her serve, but her placement is underrated when she does get it in.
With a game point at 40-30, serve T good. Return is into the net, and out of that love 30 hole very quickly. 4 straight points on the trot. Opening hold for Sabalenka, 1 love.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Sabalenka, making sure that she wants to come out, get a quick start. It's very important right now for Jessica to just stay within herself. Try to get a good service game here. First point's very important on her serve.
And Sophie, Sabalenka did not miss a first serve there.
No,
6 of 6.
You're right, and that's going to be very important. I mean, we can hear really the sound of the rain is what making the most noise right now.
Yeah, I think those ponchos are going to be heavy sellers here today at the U.S. Open. Love 1. Pegula serving from the far side. Serve off the net. And good. It'll be a let. Another first serve upcoming for Jess. 30 years of age. Comes into this as the world number 6. Live ranking has her at 5. Serve misses long. She wins the title today. She will match her career high at number 3 in the world when the new rankings come out on Monday. Serve, good. Sabalenka, big backhand off the baseline and good. Now steps into a backhand up the line. Running forehand Pegula. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula forehand middles into the net. It's love 15.
Yeah, Sabalenka shows right there what she's going to do. She's going to actually just keep stepping in, trying to get Jessica to move, just be a little off balance like she did there.
Love 15. Moves pretty quick in between points, does Pegula. Plenty of time on the serve clock. Serve off the net. And good again, so it'll be another let and first serve. Let's talk at length about how much better she's moving of late and the confidence that comes from that. Serve good, Sabalenka back into Pegula, backhand slice, that lands good. Slice from Sabalenka's into the bottom of the net, 15-all.
That was a great change of pace there by Pegula. Nice slice. She actually has a very deceptional slice because she starts like almost a two-hand backhand and she just comes out with the one hand, but it's very firm and it stays very low.
At 15-all here for Pegula. Serve T is an ace. Caught both lines there for 30-15, so an ace apiece here.
Jessica, that's a great serve right down the tee. Nice placement.
At 30-15, toss goes up, much lower toss. Serve good. Sabalenka backhand middle misses long. Game points for Pegula.
Right now, neither one of them seem nervous at all. They're going right at it.
With these game points, Pegula with that Adidas kit, purple, black, and some white. Serve good. Sabalenka chips the return just long. It is one game all. That's exactly what she would want. Pegula is actually running to her chair here.
Not quite sure what she's doing. She's changing racket already. Well, I guess it might be the grip that is just slippery already, because she was about to regrip at the beginning of the match and didn't have time yet. Maybe she's going to regrip the other racket that she just put on her bag on the changeover.
Interesting. And I imagine with the fact that the roof got closed and we found out about that about an hour and a half before the match started, there might have been some adjustments with the tension as well with the strings. You might have seen maybe 1 pound one way or another,
players,
right?
Different things, but definitely they would have, have a couple of rackets in their bag that they would adjust to whatever needed to. And I'm sure that they knew just when we knew that the roof was going to be closed, and they started just totally repairing their minds.
Ace to get us to 15 love. Serve good. Chip return lane short. Sabalenka there. Drop shot. Pegula backhand cross, and Sabalenka can't come up with it. That little adjustment there on the return from Pegula, and it essentially served as a drop shot there and really caught Sabalenka off guard.
Yeah, Pegula did a great job of just blocking that ball back, but what she did was get up to the ball extremely quick, knowing Sabalenka is not the best volleyer, and she just kind of was, hey, lucky to put a racket on it.
His first serve, trying to go out wide with her 15-all serve, was Aryna Sabalenka. 26 years of age, will stay at world number 2, regardless of outcome here today. Gets a forehand, goes cross with it. Pegula forehand up the line. Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula backhand slice. Sabalenka stepping in backhand to a Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula digs that out. Sabalenka again backhand cross. This one's into the net, and that crowd roars. It's 15-30.
Yeah, I'm really liking what's happening right now with Pegula. She seems like she has decided that she's going to hug that baseline. She's really preparing very quickly for those balls that are coming back, and that ball came back just as hard as Sabalenka hit it to her.
So Sabalenka again just pausing here for a second, waiting for the crowd to settle, ready to go here. 15-30, serving from the near side. Serve, T, good. Chip return lands good. Sabalenka backhand up the line, running slice forehand from Pegula. Sabalenka forehand cross is wide. And the first break chances of this match go to Jessica Pegula.
Yeah, Jessica Pegula had a awesome forehand there that she hit like a little cricket shot. Just chopped the heck out of that ball. And that is the ball that Sabalenka does not like. And she got an error off of that one.
I have no idea what you just said because of that crowd noise. That's amazing. 15-40, serve up the tee is wide. My goodness, it is absolutely bonkers in there right now. Second serve upcoming for Sabalenka at 15-40. Serve good. Pegula forehand middle, right off the baseline, draws an error. Jessica Pegula, early break, 2-1.
Pegula leads by 2-1.
Sophie, what is it like in there in those moments? Yeah, the right before the break point, right after.
Look, I had my headset on when the break point came in, and I was like looking next to me is Andrea Petkovic, and I looked at her. I'm like, what is going on here? They are going to break the house. I mean, it is great. Stephen Curry is being shown on the screen right now, so they're all applauding. And Jessica Pegula just serving so well down the middle on that return. That was the perfect play. I mean, she couldn't hit it any better. She's not regripping a racket, so she's going to stay there. Tina Fey now on the screen. I mean, they're all here. Ann Winter, who's wearing her black shade as usual, also in the president box, and we saw Stan Smith also in the front row of the president box. Everybody is here.
Oh,
Mary Pierce is here. Hello. I mean, everybody is here. This is the place to be.
Our driving guy in the back, Braxton, is very excited right now. They just showed Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis, yes, he is. I mean, it's actually amazing. You know what I just thought about, too? That noise probably does not bother Pegula because of the Bills, and in football, they have the noise control, so you know how loud things go, so she's used to that. U.S. Open, do we have a noise? Do we know how
the barometer of just how loud it is? You know what? These are the guys here in the back.
Wow.
We need to get the barometer of how loud it is in there. And speaking of the Buffalo Bills, really cool video that they posted on Instagram this morning with all of the Bills players saying that they're wishing Jess Pegula luck. Yeah. Some of them mispronounced Sabalenka's name, but we're going to allow it. It can be challenging for some. 2-1, serve good. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula goes inside out forehand. Sabalenka backhand slice. Pegula drop shot. It's going to be into the net. Just a little bit too much drive, not enough loft. It's love 15.
That's a shot right there. Pegula can't be upset that she missed it. Of course, she's probably a perfectionist. Most tennis players are. But she's going to have to use that shot, so just need to make the adjustment on that.
Love 15 here from the near side, wearing a white visor here today. Serve good. Sabalenka backhand. Pegula tracks that down across court. Pegula again has to go back in, this time middle. Sabalenka forehand to a Pegula forehand. That's great depth from Sabalenka, drawing a forehand error out of Jess Pegula. It's love 30.
You know, and just recently they just played in Cincinnati. So both of them know. You know, one knows that they came out on top and the other one knows that they lost. So you're going to try to go and make those adjustments, and you can actually see it right here in the beginning of this match.
Love 30 for Pegula. Tosses up. Serve is good. It's an ace. Second of the day, keeping up with Aryna Sabalenka. She said she was going to need to keep that serve percentage up. So far, 7 of 8.
Need to keep it up and out of the way.
Easier said than done against the length of Aryna Sabalenka. 15-30, serve, good. Into the body, lob return lands good. Pegula resets, forehand inside out to a Sabalenka backhand cross that's into the net.
Yeah, Jessica's strategy is definitely working really well right now. Using that body serve and looking for something short, and she took care of that short ball.
And a lot of traffic towards that backhand wing, keeping in the backhand-to-backhand trade right now as well. 2-1, 30 all, first set, serve good. Sabalenka backhand middle. Backhand from Pegula to a Sabalenka backhand up the line. Running forehand, Pegula, good. Sabalenka chip forehand, misses long. And that's talking about that increased movement to be able to get to that forehand and actually strike it well. You could see it there in Pegula to 40-30.
Yeah, Pegula's always had great balance to me, but now she seems like she's getting off the mark like really quick. And that forehand definitely shows that she has unbelievable balance, which means there's going to be power coming behind that ball.
Pegula serve up the tee. Sabalenka forehand. Pegula has to roll a forehand. Sabalenka forehand cross. There is the roar from Aryna Sabalenka as we get to deuce. And Sophie Amiak, it feels like we're already seeing that Sabalenka look towards her team here. It's been a little bit up and down from her.
Oh, she's worried. Trust me, and really the crowd is taking over so much for Pegula that, it's tough to play in those conditions when pretty much the whole stadium is for Pegula.
Serve is good. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula has to roll that up the line to a backhand from Sabalenka. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand slice through the middle. Pegula inside out forehand. Got away from her. Unforced error there, and Sabalenka has a break chance.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. There's something that we need to look forward to because Sabalenka is also trying to build her step up with the crowd and out-roar like she did on this last point. But that can take a lot of energy out of you.
First break chance for Sabalenka. Pegula serve just long. See what Sabalenka does with the return position. She gets both feet on top of the baseline here. She's only been able to look at 1 second serve so far. This one's good. Sabalenka back in middle. Pegula has to dig out a backhand. That's great depth into the body from Sabalenka, drawing that air. We're back level. It's 2-all.
Mike, that's an understatement. That was unbelievable ball that Sabalenka just hit down the middle of the court.
And Sophie, talk about that response there from Sabalenka to get that break right back, how important that is.
Well, important that Pegula needs to put that first serve in, but she's late on those forehands that she's been missing. She needs to take the ball earlier, tell herself earlier.
You can hear from Sabalenka, who steps into a backhand up the line to the deuce corner. Lob from Pegula. Sabalenka overhead. Good! Into the ad corner for 15 love.
Now that is not what Jessica Pegula wants to start doing, is to get Sabalenka had her on the run, and that's where Sabalenka will actually just started pouncing on her if that starts happening.
And a really impressive bounce back there, because again, with the crowd as loud as they were, if you just let that continue to build, it's just really impressive. This is her first serve out wide. Pegula will get both feet inside the baseline here for this 15 love second serve. Sabalenka wiping some sweat from her chin, now ready at 15 love. Second serve, good. Pegula backhand cross lands good. Sabalenka blocks up the line, but misses long with her backhand. Again, great returning on a second serve, this time from Pegula. It's 15-all.
Yeah, Pegula's coaches would have actually noticed how Navarro, when she played her, took advantage of some of those second serves and really stepped inside of the court and really got that ball on the other side. Jessica did a great job on that ball there.
At 15-all, 2-all here. First set of this women's singles final. Serve, good up the tee. Chip return lands short. Sabalenka, big forehand into the deuce corner. That is a winner, number 5 for her, to go along with 5 unforced. 30-15 now.
There is absolutely nothing you can do. Jessica did everything she could just to get that serve back, but Sabalenka was so far on the court, and then she already has that scream, and then and then that ball was just gone.
Serve tee into the net. I believe I saw it was 80 miles an hour, her forehand speed, and as Sophie mentioned, bigger than anybody else in this tournament, man or woman. Second serve here for Sabalenka into the net. First of the double faults.
And Mike, that is something that Pegula would have in her mind. I'm sure her coaches told her, start early, start trying to attack that second serve, because she will produce some double faults if she starts feeling some pressure.
That's right, and we know it can break down over time. Form has certainly gotten better, but it's still there, and a lot of it is mental. 30-all in this 2-all service game. Serve for Sabalenka, good. Block return short. Sabalenka forehand inside out. Lob from Pegula. Sabalenka overhead, good. This time to the deuce corner, and a game point for Sabalenka.
Sabalenka, that right there, that transitioning going toward the net, she definitely has improved that, in my opinion, since last year. But another part of her game that she's improved is those overheads. She is really going up on those overheads and just knocking them away.
With the game point here, looking to take the lead back. Serve body. Lob return gets on the baseline. Pegula goes backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand middle. Run around forehand for Pegula will miss wide. Sabalenka does nose back out in front. 3-2. We are midway through the first set of the women's singles final here on US Open Radio, presented by American Express.
And welcome back to the Championships Women's Finals today here at the US Open 2024. And we saw some ice coming to the chairs, and that's telling about how humid the conditions are here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. A lot more warmer, I would say, warmer than outside, to say the least. So we know those balls are going to start fluffing.
This would be the time where they do start to fluff up. We are 5 games in, 2 games away, obviously, from our first ball change. Pegula serving 2-3, gets a second serve to Sabalenka, goes through the middle. Now a forehand inside out. Pegula backing up the line, volley. Sabalenka, Pegula can't track it down. Love 15.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sabalenka has just improved her volleying so much better. Just the fact that she's coming up there, but she's looking for an opportunity. And Jessica did a great job of getting this backhand back, but Sabalenka did a great job of volleying off to the open court.
Pegula here at love 15, serve up the tee is an ace, and just to kind of put a button on it, the humidity right now, 85%. The temperature is 72 degrees air temperature, but the feels like is into the 80s.
That
so
again, coming from Texas, that humidity will definitely get you.
Yeah, so that's
why the ice came out.
Exactly right. 15 all serve good. Sabalenka, big return off the baseline and good, drawing a forehand error. This return quality right now from Sabalenka off the charts.
Yeah, it was definitely off the charts. Sabalenka did a great job just getting all over that forehand.
Big spot here, 15-30. Pegula has faced a deficit in all 3 service games so far. Serve good. Backhand Sabalenka to a Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand slice middle. Pegula goes forehand cross. Sabalenka forehand cross. Good depth once again. Now she has a forehand inside out. Pegula throws up a lob. Sabalenka at the net. Big swing. Forehand into the deuce corner. Aryna Sabalenka 2 break chances at 15-40.
Sabalenka once again just taking control of that entire point, just having Jessica run from side to side. But she is noticing when Jessica takes one hand off of that backhand, she is moving forward and looking for an opportunity to put the next ball away.
6 appearances at the net so far for Aryna Sabalenka. Break chance at 15-40 and a missed first serve. Second serve for Jess Pegula at 15-40, 2-3, serve good. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula digs out of backhand. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula backhand middle off the net and good. Now Pegula runs around. Forehand inside in will miss long. Aryna Sabalenka storming back now from a breakdown to a break lead at 4-2.
Yeah, Sabalenka's done a great job of just hanging in there, looking for her opportunities.
Definitely some nervous applause from this crowd.
That was a little, just barely.
Yes. Let's go. You can do it.
4-2. Be polite.
Be polite. Yes, exactly. Very demure. Serve is long. Second serve here for Aryna Sabalenka. Takes a long, deep breath for this second serve. Second serve's good. Pegula run around forehand to a Sabalenka forehand rolled up the line. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka has to slice that through the middle. Pegula punch forehand, now has to slice a forehand with depth. Sabalenka running drop shot. Pegula slaps a forehand and volley put away from Aryna Sabalenka for 15-love.
Okay, if you would have told me, if I didn't watch the match the other day, I didn't realize that she had started to decide that she's going to change up the paces. She's going to hit some drop shot, talking about Sabalenka, but she is coming in like she actually believes and knows what she's doing, which she does. And it's really nice to see. She's not out there just trying to bang it away. She's trying to add something to her game, and she's doing a great job right now.
And no doubt it comes from that loss last year where she realized that variety is so incredibly key. Serve here at 15-love is into the net. 1 of 5 so far on her second serve of points here. This second serve at 15-love. Good up the tee, chip return. Sabalenka drop shot. This one doesn't even get to the net. Sophie, your thoughts on those 2 drop shots? They were a little awkward on both of them, but you like the variety.
I love that she's doing that because she's putting so much pace on everything else around the, around the court, the forehand, the backhand, the serve, and the drop shot. I mean, everybody's backing off the baseline so much against Sabalenka because of the power. So it is a great play in her game.
Yeah, but I was waiting for you, Sophie, you and Mike to tell me what you really thought about that drop shot.
That drop shot was horrible. You and I know that there's one thing I knew how to do was drop shotting.
Oh, yeah, you have one.
That's why she plays pickleball now. I mean, she's got those hands, right? Dink, dink, dink. Sophie is pretty darn good at pickle. At least she tells me so.
I've seen Sophie play in Houston.
Played with Glory, the whole thing. We never played a tournament. Anyway, back to the match.
30-15 second serve upcoming here for Sabalenka at 4-2 in the first set. Pegula inside the baseline for the second serve. Second serve's good. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka digs that out through the middle, but misses long. It's 30-all.
Yeah, this is a tough part right now for Pegula. She's got to just keep telling herself, let's try to stay as close as she can. Really start digging in and try to go point to point. If you win a point, don't, just clap, move on. If you lose a point, it's even more. You got to keep telling yourself, stay in there, stay in there. You never know.
Sabalenka takes a look over at her opponent, Pegula, to see the return position. Now ready. 30 all. Serve out wide. Pegula forehand to a Sabalenka forehand. Up the line. Perfect serve +1 for Aryna Sabalenka to grab a game point.
Yeah, Sabalenka there there's absolutely nothing you can do. Great preparation there. Great off balance, and it just hits the back of the line.
10th winner already on the day for Aryna Sabalenka with a game point. Serve good. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand up the line. Pushed it just a little bit wide. Deuce now.
Yeah, Mike, in these situations right now, she did not convert that point when she needed to convert Sabalenka, so she's still a little bit nervous. Jessica's got to try her best with 40 all, trying to get back into that, make her play. I would actually make her move as much as I can. Kind of hard when she's hitting 100 miles an hour.
Correct. Yeah, you
second serve,
but
we got
you have
one
to be the one who instigates it a little bit.
Yes.
You have to impose yourself in these situations. Big step forward here for Pegula with a second serve to look at deuce. From Sabalenka near side. Serve good. Backhand Pegula middle. Sabalenka backhand deep into the corner. Chip from Pegula. Sabalenka inside out forehand. Pegula just blocks it back. Sabalenka big backhand in behind it. Volley from her. Pegula there. Forehand cross into the net. Game point, Aryna Sabalenka.
Yeah, that was a lot, but once again, Sabalenka is doing the right move. She's making the right move. She saw that opportunity, moved forward, hit a beautiful backhand cross court, came in, volley cross court, and was ready. It wasn't the best volley, but she made it.
Again, pauses before starting her motion. Game point for Sabalenka. Serve out wide is wide. Her serve percentage dropping just a little bit from a red-hot start. Second serve for her, and she's 2 of 8 now on her second serve points. Serves good. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka digs out a backhand, but it's into the net. Good depth. That ball stayed flat and low. We're back at deuce.
What I am loving, though, that was the second serve. Pegula actually did what she should have done the point before. She stepped in so far, took that ball off the rise, and Sabalenka did not have a chance to react to that backhand. It's very easy to do up here, but very hard to do out there.
Correct. Deuce now for Aryna Sabalenka. Deuce number 2. This 4-2 service game. Good serve, gets a backhand, goes cross with it. Tracked down by Pegula with a slice. Sabalenka big forehand, lob from Pegula. Very high, very short, just over the net, put away easily by Aryna Sabalenka right on top of that net. Another game point for her.
Yeah, Sabalenka is definitely like the fact that she's stayed in there, put the pressure on there, and she's so comfortable now. She gets those overhead. She's just putting into the opposite corner and just enjoying it. Even gave herself a little fist pump.
Yeah, Pegula just kind of stayed in that deuce corner, let it happen. There was not much that could be done. Game point again. Serve tee good. It's an ace for Aryna Sabalenka, and you heard from her as well. Third ace of the day, maintains that break lead, 5-2 into this ball change. Sophie, your thoughts there, and again, just trying to mix that power with that touch, but that roar is there for the Tiger when she needs it.
Yeah, but the stats don't lie. I mean, if you look at the stats on second serve, you'll understand why, one is ahead right now. It's just how they both deal with the second serve. 0 for 4, second serve point 1 for Jessica. And only 2 of 8, I think, is 2 of 9.
Yeah, 2
for
of 9.
Sabalenka. That's where this match, lies really, is trying to put that first serve in. Jessica is going to have to do that, and when the second serve comes in, as Billie Jean King is now showing on the jumbo screen, and I can tell you, this is fire now from everybody. People are actually on their feet, applauding Billie Jean King. Absolutely fantastic, and of course Kathy Rinaldi in the president's box on her feet as well to applaud. But yeah, I think it's all going to be about that first serve percentage for Jessie. But the other thing is, She has hit now Sabalenka the most, which is not surprising, the most amount of winners throughout the tournament, but also throughout the year. 486 winners altogether. But coming in this tournament and in this match, 165 winner for 140 unforced. I mean, she's plus 25. I mean, that's telling about how much more consistent she has been.
And right now she is plus 3 here in this match in this first set. 12 winners with 9 unforced. Pegula serving to stay in the set from the near side at 2-5, misses that first serve long. Another one of the differences, and Sophie pointed out that second serve winning percentage as Pegula serves through the middle, chip return, Pegula forehand cross. Sabalenka, big forehand cross with good depth, now stepping into a backhand cross. That's just unbeatable. Forehand with depth, backhand with depth, you can't beat it.
There's just nothing you can do about that other than to clap and say, great shot. I mean, when someone is on a roll like this, you just got to do what you can do on your side, but just clap and say, good shot.
At love 15, serve good. Sabalenka backhand middle, Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand slices into the net. But what I was going to say was, Pegula, even on her first serve points, and she's serving at 75% right now, only winning about 55, 57% of those first serve points.
Yes,
which just goes to the quality of return right now from Sabalenka, getting things on her terms very quickly.
Sabalenka is just on fire right now, and literally, well, you can ace. That's about it, like Jessica just did right there. I mean, literally, you just have to hope and be there when her level goes down. That's all you can do.
I just want to make one point, is that before that, when she missed the backhand slice, she looked at her cam, but she was so upset, absolutely livid that she missed that backhand slice in the net. So nerves are there.
Yeah. 30-15 here for Pegula. From the near side, serve good. Sabalenka backhand middles into the net.
Well, I want to go back to what you said earlier. You asked me our predictions, and I told you scores. I should have listened to you, because, and the reason why I'm joking, but I know. But right now, the prediction, like Sabalenka just playing like crazy. It's not much Jessica can really do right now.
Right, but she did just get the hold, got a return that bounced off the net and just trickled over, put it away into the deuce corner. This crowd wants to see more here in this first set. Pegula gets it to 5-3, but it is on the racket here.
She just mimicked, Jessica just mimicked something about being too slow. So I don't know if her ball's too slow or she feels like she's a little slow, but she definitely told her box is a little too slow.
Serve out wide, chip return lands good. Sabalenka forehand cross into the net, love 15.
Well, that was a nice slow ball there.
Yeah, exactly, Zena. That was a very, very slow return, and I mean, she pretty much couldn't handle it. I think the slice backhand from Jess also worked earlier, but I think she feels slow going forward, especially.
Oh, okay.
So at love 15, serving from the far side is Aryna Sabalenka. The 2-seed serves up the tee and long.
She just tapped her right quad earlier with a racket.
Sabalenka?
No.
Oh, Pegula.
Jessie trying to get their quad moving.
Second serve, good. Pegula backhand through the middle. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula has to roll that back. Sabalenka, big forehand inside out into the ad corner for her 14th winner of the day. 15 all.
I just think that Jessica is literally going to have to take that first ball and get her moving from the beginning. I don't think she can just take that ball and go right back down the middle, because the next shot, Sabalenka has her on the move.
15 all serve. Sabalenka tee just wide. She's missed a couple here in this potential closeout game. Second serve, good. Pegula forehand middle. Sabalenka inside out forehand in behind it. Volley perfect to the deuce side. Lob Pegula. Sabalenka has to backtrack. Good reset. Forehand from Sabalenka. Pegula back in the point. Forehand to forehand we go, and Sabalenka misses hers. What defensive work there from the quote-unquote slow Jessica Pegula. It's 15-30.
Yeah, she's going to need a lot more of those points. She actually got away with something there, because Sabalenka was all set up for a beautiful, to hit a volley, forehand volley, and she kind of put it back in the middle of the court, and Jessica was able to reset off of that and end up hanging in there and won the point.
Big spot here. Can Pegula find something special? 15:30 here in this 5-3 service game. Serve T good. Chip return lands good. Sabalenka goes backhand cross. Pegula goes backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand roll to Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula has to roll through the middle. Sabalenka forehand. Pegula goes backhand cross. Backhand cross from Sabalenka. Pegula into the net with her backhand. It's 30-all.
Yeah, that was great footwork there by Sabalenka, just continuing to get her feet in the right position. She was forcing Pegula to be on the back of her heels at every point there.
11-shot rally, which is the longest of the day. That's also the first unforced error on the backhand side for Pegula. She'd been wanting to stay in those trades. It's created 7 unforced errors from the Sabalenka backhand to this stage. 30-all. Serve out wide is wide. And anticipate as this match progresses, you're going to hear more applause in between the first and second serve of Aryna Sabalenka. Pegula's again inside the baseline for this return at 30-all. Second serve off the net and long. Double fault number 2 and a break chance for Pegula.
In that particular second serve, Jessica was so far inside the baseline. She was almost at the service line. She made a big statement there, and it paid off. Sabalenka coming up with the double fault.
Nothing having 24,000 people clapping for your double fault. Nothing like it.
Got an eye roll out of Aryna, no doubt. Serve, T, good. Chip return. Lands good. Sabalenka, big forehand, and Jessica Pegula can't track that one down. What an angle to deuce.
And the eye roll produced an unbelievable serve there. And that forehand, she put everything into it. And once she hit it for a winner, she took her fist and like, yes, back at you, crowd.
4 minutes into this game, one of the longer games we've had. Serve, T, good. Pegula back into a Sabalenka forehand into the net. Another break chance for the American.
Jessica's just got to keep staying in there. Even if she hits a great shot, come back, let it go. Because as we said before, the crowd would ride. And you're starting to see Sabalenka get very irritated. When she's paying too much attention to the crowd, some errors are going to start flying.
No doubt about it. So break point number 2. Just 1 of 2 on the day. Sabalenka serve into the net.
Crowd's getting a little bit.
So finally they quiet. Sabalenka starting her motion here. Break chance Pegula. Second serve, Sabalenka good. Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka big forehand, too big.
Oh,
and Pegula throws up her hand saying, crowd, let's go.
I think we need to see a little bit more of that. That's what I'm loving. Jessica knows where she is, and that was awesome. She wants more. She's there. She's hanging in there.
Wow. Jessica Pegula antagonizing this crowd to get louder, and they respond. She's responded as well. We're back on serve late in the first here on US Open Radio, presented by American Express.
Time.
Mike Cation, Zina Garrison, Sophie Amiak joining you for this one. I found myself as we were approaching this match today, I was just thinking Jess is such an internal person. To see her getting this crowd animated, that tells you.
Me watching your face, seeing her do that was priceless.
Missed return there from Aryna Sabalenka here for 15-love, but it just goes to show she's cognizant of what's going on here, and this is part of that match management component, right? Knowing that it's clearly getting in her opponent's head, using it to her advantage. 15-love serve, T good. Chip return is not into the net, 30-love.
That was a great serve right down the tee, had a little extra tail on it, and Pegula is looking like she's in a little bit of trouble.
30-love from the far side right now. Serve, net, and long. Before that point was 20 of 25 first serve percentage, 80%. It's crazy good. Second serve good. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula digs it out. Sabalenka forehand cross again. Pegula forehand up the line to a Sabalenka backhand that's nowhere close to the baseline. Sabalenka's coming to get a new racket, Sophie.
Yep, she is surely thinking that this one is way too loose and the ball is leaving her racket way too soon. for whatever reason, well, it is new balls. Well, it was new balls two games away. But yep, and maybe trying to break a little bit the rhythm of Jessica Pegula. But earlier I was thinking, how long is it going to take maybe for Pegula to start putting her arms up to get the crowd going? Well, and the next thing she did, put her arms up, and it went crazier.
40 love game point. Serve out wide, well long. Second serve with Sabalenka taking one giant step forward just behind the baseline for this return. Serve good. Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula backhand. Sabalenka goes backhand cross. Great angle. Oh my. Didn't have the pace, but that angle and the heaviness of that backhand really doing the work for a backhand winner.
That's another thing that I've noticed that she's worked on since last year, being able to hit those angles with a little bit more topspin. You even see her left hand kind of come over the side of the other side of the racket, trying to get a little bit more spin.
Short forehand for Pegula, off the net and long.
Oh, that's bad luck. Very bad luck right here, because the return was completely shanked from Sabalenka, and unfortunately Pegula hits the net. But listen to that crowd. Listen to them.
And they quiet very quickly. 40-30 here, serve net and long. 3 straight missed serves for Jess Pegula. Second serve. Good. Backhand Sabalenka middle. Pegula goes backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand up the line is into the net. We are level. 5-all in the first.
That was a great shot. Sabalenka actually hit a short ball, and Jessica was all over it, dropping it right down the middle of the court.
Well, now the nerves certainly play a factor here. Sabalenka again asking for a little help. James Keovathong asking the crowd to quiet. At 5-all from the near side. Serve good. Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand cross. She's pulled that wide.
Oh, she's getting more and more impatient here.
Yes, she is.
Yep, this is the time where Jess can really make a difference. Any second serve, you're going to see her attack it.
That was the 9th unforced error on the backhand wing for Sabalenka. 15. Serve good. Pegula backhand lands good. Sabalenka backhand up the line, and let's go from here. Wow! Pace right up the line for 15-all.
I still say that was a great shot, a great backhand, but that yell is going to take too much energy out of her to have to keep going. You will not win that war with this crowd.
Yeah, it makes me think she has to do it in 2, because it's going to exhaust her when she does get to the third set, which you did say earlier today might be the case.
Great serve there by Sabalenka.
30-15 now. Big up the tee at 112. Her biggest so far today, 119. At 30-15 from the near side. 5-all, serve long. And again, you're hearing that scream over and over again on the serves right now. Serving 66% for the day, but 3 of 13 on her seconds. This second serve for Sabalenka, good. Pegula forehand up the line, caught the line.
There's the second serve.
Jessica was so far inside of the court. That forehand contact point was right on point there, just ripping that forehand right back down her line. She even got an eye full from Sabalenka on that one. Great shot.
Big spot. 30-all, 5-all in the first. Serve well long. Now 3 of 14 on her second serve points. That's 21%. Second serve for Aryna Sabalenka. Double fault, and she slams her racket into the ground 4 times.
Pegula has done a great job of also getting the crowd involved, but taking advantage of those second serves, and that caused this double fault right here.
2-fisted racket smash there, and she's going to use this racket. She's staying with it. 30-40. Break point Pegula. Serve good. Backhand Pegula to a Sabalenka backhand up the line. Caught the baseline. So impatient but it still pays off. Deuce now.
It definitely pays off, but you just got to, if you're Pegula, just keep making her play. She can hit those winners, let her have it. But the pressure is getting more and more against Sabalenka right now.
Serve at deuce. Out wide, good. Chip return is short. Sabalenka inside out forehand calmly into the ad corner for a game point.
Great serve by Sabalenka. She hit it out wide. A lot of spin on that serve, and then she just came in and hit a beautiful forehand cross court. But Mike, what I'm noticing, she hit a great shot. She's complaining still.
She is. She's talking to herself quite a bit in between points right now. 20th winner, serve, returned into the ad corner, draws a backhand error out of Sabalenka. My goodness, the level right now, deuce.
That was an awesome return there by Jessica Pegula. Off, that forehand just took off, but it was more to the sideline. That's what I want to see. First point Jessica has, first ball, she's got to go a little bit more, take her a little wide, get her running right away.
Miss first serve into the net. Second serve, this time Sabalenka not acknowledging that crowd. This second serve from Sabalenka, good. Pegula backhand middle, Sabalenka forehand up the line, slice back short. Drop shot, Sabalenka, Pegula there, pokes it up. Easy finish, though, for Aryna Sabalenka. And she tells the crowd to get behind her.
She's either telling them to get behind her or, yeah, I hit a great shot, get behind me. That was a great shot there by Sabalenka. This is a part of a game she's worked on. Nice little drop. Saw that Pegula was barely getting, moved forward, hit a beautiful forehand volley. But that's still so much energy that she's using.
Game point for her, into the net with her serve. I don't mind it, though. I'd rather her do that, because that doesn't take as much as the screaming and the worrying.
Oh, no, that takes a lot.
Does it?
Yeah, because she's doing this, then you got to do this. That's a lot.
Okay. Game point here with this second serve for Sabalenka. Serve just long. She kicks the ball in frustration as it had come back.
She could have used putting those arms up like that to stay up on the serve. You see what I mean, Mike?
All right. You're right. You always are, Zena.
I don't know about always.
Another deuce after double fault number 4. Stepping out a little wide here with this serve. Goes up the tee, misses long. Well, these second serves are now a real adventure. 4 of 17 with those 4 doubles. Second serve. Sabalenka at deuce, at 5-all. Tosses up. Serve. Good. Pegula forehand middle. Sabalenka big forehand. Chip back by Pegula. Sabalenka backhand crosslands. Good. Pegula can't track it down.
That was just a good play there by Sabalenka. That's the one thing. I mean, I love so many things about her game, but I love how she just forgets about what didn't happen, just goes on to the next point. And she's worked very hard on that, because that wasn't something that she's always done.
Absolutely. 22nd winner of a set. 22nd, along with 20 unforced errors. Game point again for Sabalenka. Serve out wide is good. Pegula back into a Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula backhand snuck up the line. Little punch. Gets it done. Deuce once again.
I mean, I am speechless off the backhand that Jessica Pegula just hit right here. Seemed like she was going to be off balance, but her balance was perfect. Held, strong legs, strong ball coming right off that backhand down the line.
6 minutes, 50 seconds on this game. Longest of the match so far. Deuce number 4, serve into the net.
Thank you.
2 double faults in this game, 3 in the last 2 games. Again, Pegula well inside the baseline for this second serve, which is good to Pegula backhand. Sabalenka backhand middle, Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka digs for a backhand. Pegula forehand misses long. Poorly timed unforced error, her 7th of this set. Another game point for Aryna Sabalenka.
Sabalenka did a great job there of holding off like 2 very deep balls right down the middle of the court. But she has excellent balance. She did not waver. She hung in there, produced the error from Jessica.
with a game point again. Sabalenka serve up the tee, chip return short. Sabalenka backing up the line. Pegula throws up a lob. Sabalenka retreats. The lob misses long. What survival instincts there for Aryna Sabalenka. Finds her way 7 minutes plus to a hold. She leads 6-5 in the first set here on US Open Radio. Presented by American Express. Well, a lot of momentum certainly has been built by Jessica Pegula over the last 15-20 minutes, but she's still serving to stay in this set. Crowd settling back in, a hush over this crowd as much as they are going to hush today. 5-6, missed return for Aryna Sabalenka, quickly to 15-love.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, I wonder did Jess take the train today? Probably not.
Probably not.
I love the fact that she's so just humble.
Yes, she really is. Serve here at 15-love from the near side is long. Yeah, great video of her taking the train in earlier in this tournament. Second serve, good. Sabalenka forehand crushed into the deuce corner for a winner in 15-all.
That was a great example right there of taking advantage of a short second serve. Sabalenka just got there and just plummeted that ball right back to the forehand. Just could only just run and look.
Serve is long, trying to go up the tee. Sabalenka again taking that big step right on top of the baseline with that wide stance on the return. Second serve good. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula backhand to a Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula there, but a forehand from Sabalenka to Pegula forehand into the net.
Yeah, now Pegula is actually kind of hitting her racket and checking out her strings.
Yeah, she's talking to her camp that, you know, obviously, I mean, if the racket is too tight, I mean, she's going to have to switch quickly. Why not wait?
15-30, and I think about just the fact that they moved indoors and just maybe just little string differences. Pegula goes forehand to a Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula backhand into the net. Aryna Sabalenka, 2 set points, and Pegula is coming to you, Sophie.
Yep, she's going to switch rackets on the set point. Go to a looser strings. I mean, she has to. I mean, it's unfortunate that she's going on a set point, but guess what? It's never too late. I would have changed right away after the point before. We saw that happening yesterday, actually, in the men's match between the Draper and Sinner.
15-40. From the near side, Pegula, serve, tee, net. 2 of 10 on her second serve points. Sabalenka set points. Second serve, good. Sabalenka big backhand to Pegula forehand. Sabalenka stepping into a backhand. Now we'll have a forehand. Goes through the middle. Pegula forehand. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula forehand roll to the middle. Sabalenka big forehand inside out. Dug out by Pegula. Slice from Sabalenka to Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula forehand to a Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula again digging out a backhand. Has to stretch for this backhand that goes cross. Sabalenka backhand up the line is missed long. 1 set point saved, 1 more to come.
I am just sitting here. I mean, the velocity of that ball coming off the racket of both of them was just simply amazing. But it seemed like Sabalenka just kept trying to get to up it even more, and that caused the error. But great job there by Jessica Pegula, just holding her ground.
19-shot rally, longest of the day. Set point number 2. For Sabalenka, serve, good. Sabalenka forehand missed well long, drawing a laugh out of Sophie Amiak as we get to deuce.
Sorry, I mean, this not even close. But how important, again, is the first serve right now for Jessie Pegula. Serve the body, make her play. I mean, this is so tight, those last 2 games. Unbelievable. What a way to come back. She's getting so low, Jessica, on every single shot.
At deuce, at 5-6, serve from Pegula. Good. Chip return lands good. Pegula forehand up the line. Sabalenka there, slices a backhand short. Pegula, oh no! Oh no, she dumps a short backhand right into the net, giving Sabalenka a 3rd set point.
That was probably the easiest backhand that she's had this entire match. Sabalenka was actually not, she wouldn't have been anywhere close to it, and Jessica just dumped it.
She gets so tight. So tight on that backhand.
My word. Set point number 3 now for Sabalenka. Pegula, serve good. Sabalenka backhand to a Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka forehand into the net herself. Deuce once again.
Sophie, it just seems like the crowd is feeling what we're feeling. It's just going back to back to back. You don't really know what to expect.
Everybody's on the edge of their seats.
At deuce, number 2, serve. Misses long. He's trying to go into the forehand body. Didn't quite get into the body. Second serve for Pegula. That's good. Sabalenka backing up the line. Pegula has to dig that out. Does well. Drop shot, Sabalenka good. Pegula pops it into deuce corner. Sabalenka running forehand. Yes! Absolutely! Sabalenka finding some joy in a 4th set point.
Sabalenka's disguise off this backhand looked like she's going to hit another big backhand, and she comes out with the slice. But the way she ran over and got that forehand, hitting it down the line, was just superb.
Set point number 4. Add out at 5-6. Pegula near side. Serve good. Sabalenka backhand up the line is into the net. We go back to deuce.
Jessica is doing everything possible, and as Sophie said before, notice she got that first serve in. Give yourself an opportunity. She's got to up that serve right now. Doesn't have to be great, nice placement, but she needs some first serves.
At deuce, serve. It's going to be a let. Yeah, there's a 40% success difference between first and second, winning 67% of the first serve points, just 25% of the seconds. Another first serve here at deuce. Serve good. Lob return's going to miss. It's going to miss wide from Sabalenka. Pegula with a point for the breaker.
Great first serve there by Jessica. Nice down the tee. Wasn't overly fast or anything, but it was nicely placed.
6.5 minutes in this game. Game point, Pegula. Serve netted. Second serve for Pegula, good. Sabalenka backing up the line, running forehand Pegula. Sabalenka inside out forehand. Tracked down by Pegula. Sabalenka forehand middle. Pegula steps up to a forehand. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula goes forehand middle. Sabalenka backhand cross off the baseline and good. She hits a volley. Perfect drop volley from Aryna Sabalenka. That combination of depth and then gentle touch. Too good, deuce.
I'm simply amazed. Pegula did not take her wide on a couple of those short balls that she had there, but Sabalenka just kept coming. But she has been coming to the net to finish off points. She has had such an improvement in that shot from last year. It's amazing what she's done to her game.
12 of 13 so far today. Serve Pegula into the net. 12 of 13 is pretty good. Meanwhile, Pegula's 2 of 8 at the net here so far. Second serve for Jess Pegula. Off the net and long, her first double of the day. Set point number 5.
Little hesitation there by Jessica. It almost felt like it was about to be a double fault. She just kind of was hesitating a little bit.
Serve, add out, off the net and long.
She's just not reaching up right now.
3 of 14 on her second serve points. Serve, good. Sabalenka backhand cross Pegula, backhand slice is good. Drop shot from Sabalenka, Pegula there, but she hits the backhand into the net. Aryna Sabalenka, 1 set away from her first U.S. Open title, taking the first 7-5. Come back for the second. You're listening to U.S. Open Radio, presented by American Express.
Well, we're back here on Arthur Ashe Stadium, and of course the loss of the first set for Jessica Pegula, but what an end of this set, and what a comeback in this set really from Pegula. I think, you know, a few points that, I mean, players always say that, you know, those little crucial points make a difference, and it could be 1 or 2, and it felt a little bit like this, especially in that last game that Jessica Pegula played, saving those 4 set points. The 5th one was crucial, but you know, here the ambiance is that a lot of people are enjoying the match, and I think that Jessie needs to get the crowd going even more. I mean, I know she's a shy person. She did it a little bit during the match, and at one point when she broke, and she needs to get that crowd behind her and give her even more power and mental power. I mean, that would help.
Sophie, did you see what Sabalenka did with her team right after she won the point?
Well, a lot of celebration for sure. But what I saw is, her coach or trainer has this beautiful tiger on his head, because he's obviously doesn't have any hair, and he has this tattoo on his head, just like the same tattoo that she has herself on the left arm. Her training coach Jason Stacy.
Yeah, that is pretty remarkable to get I'm going to assume it's a temporary tattoo.
I have a feeling. Well, you never know with those people, those guys, because they are so fun and crazy. That, who knows?
I knew I wouldn't be getting no tattoos from a player. They're not the way they go up and down. You might be in today and gone tomorrow.
But one thing I noticed was Sabalenka, who's got it here to 30 love after an ace and a free point. She looked over at her team and just kind of rolled her finger as if to say, okay, keep on going. Keep on rolling here.
Yeah.
30 love, second serve, good to a Pegula backhand. Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula goes backhand slice to a Sabalenka short forehand, put away easily into the deuce corner, and game points at 40 love.
On the other side, sorry, Zena, on the other side, I can tell you that Jessica Pegula, when she came to the chair, was pretty disgusted with herself, just kind of, put her racket against the bench, in a very disgusted way, and that's understandable.
40 love, serve into the net. Leans and stretches her back here before this second serve does Sabalenka. Tosses up, second serve is good to a backhand Pegula, dug out by Sabalenka. Forehand Pegula goes cross. Slice there on the forehand side from Sabalenka, a little chunky with the movement there. It's 40-15.
Yeah, but that's the ball, Mike, that I've been talking about for a while now. That ball that comes, when she does get that chance, it comes right in the middle. Go wide. Take it to, you got to take some chances. You can't just put a ball back in the middle of the court with nothing behind it.
Especially against somebody who can hit with that kind of pace and precision right now. Serve is good. Short return. Sabalenka backhand into the net from 40 love to 40-30 very quickly.
Yes, Sabalenka does not like that she just missed a shot there. Jessica's, once again, just got to keep hanging in there. You never know. Players can get very hot, very quick, and roll, and then I can also miss that just as quick.
Still with a game point, her third. Sabalenka serve tee, chip return, gonna miss long. Sabalenka does get that hold, and Sophie, listen, that match last year, the loss to Coco Gauff, you remember obviously that Sabalenka had two break chances early, wasn't able to convert, and from there kind of got away from her. What do you want to see from Sabalenka specifically here early in this second set?
Well, obviously she did better right here, just holding. That is a big game, and she wasn't serving. She was actually trying to break the serve of Coco Gauff in the second set, so it's a little bit different dynamic, but for her it's all going to be about consistency and keep really the momentum going and the emotion really quiet.
Quiet emotion is hard to do sometimes for Aryna Sabalenka. Misses her return here. 15 love on the Pegula serve. That is, listen, we talk about Sabalenka's serve all the time. Pegula actually has more unreturned serves here on the day.
Really?
14 have not come back to just 11 for Sabalenka. Serve up the tee is going to be a let.
She needs more of them at the right time.
Yes, absolutely. Another first serve here at 15 love. Love won in the second. Serve into the net, back onto her side this time. Second serve with Sabalenka again in that wide stance on the baseline. Second serve is good. Backhand Sabalenka laced up the line. Return winner for Sabalenka, 15 all.
Yeah, great job there by Sabalenka, just really stepping in. But that was nice, directed down that line. Backhand, two-hand backhand, nicely done.
15 all, serve tee. Sabalenka rolls a backhand. Pegula big forehand to a Sabalenka backhand. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand up the line. Good. Squash shot Pegula lands good. Drop shot Sabalenka. Pegula chips it up the line. Sabalenka backhand good for a winner. An opening here at 15-30.
Yeah, what she is doing so well today is looks like she's getting ready to drive another backhand, but then she comes underneath it, hits a disguised backhand slice, and just follows it up with a beautiful passing touch down the line. That is so hard to do because you don't know what she's doing. When she got you on the move, she can hit the big one, but now adding the slice in there, that's a whole nother level.
Serve. Right off the service line. Pegula gets a big forehand. She hits the net and wide. Unlucky, but the chances here for Aryna Sabalenka.
You know, it's funny because I'm watching Billie Jean King so animated in the president's box watching, but on the last, approach shots, Billie was very happy. I can tell you that she went down the line, but the only thing she's saying, and I could read her lips, she said, cover the line.
Cover the line.
And she didn't.
Serve up the tee from Pegula. Gets a free point there. Unreturned serve number 15 of the day.
Jessica's just got to keep trying to find a way to hang in there. Get some first serves in.
Break point number 2, serve into the net.
Every time I say that, she misses the first serve.
Maybe that's on you.
It is.
Second serve here for Pegula. Into the net, it's a double fault. The double faults here in the last couple of games. She throws her racket in disgust to the ground. Aryna Sabalenka, last year, 2 break chances, not able to convert. This year, 2 break chances, able to convert with some help.
The difference is you have a player last year that can literally run anything down with a little bigger serve. But Jessica, I still think that, Jessica should just hang in there. She needs to just try to figure out a way to just get Sabalenka to move a little bit more. If she can hit that shot on the run, let her have it.
Yeah, it's going to be so important in this next stretch here, about 15, 20 minutes for Pegula to stay tight. Gets a second serve, goes backhand up the line. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula backhand middle as well. Sabalenka backhand up the line, running forehand Pegula. Sabalenka digs out a forehand to Pegula. Backhand that sprays wide. It's 15-love. And you and I called the Sabalenka match against Emma Navarro, and that's what Emma was able to do, right? Keep things tight and then found that break when Sabalenka was serving for it at 5-4. Just got to keep it tight and allow the crowd to do some work and allow Sabalenka to at least have the opportunity to just kind of go away. Backhand from Pegula's into the net.
And Mike, it's understandable because that pressure is just coming. When someone you feel that can just knock the racket out of your hand, then you get to a point where you start not wanting to feel embarrassed.
Yes.
So then you get to a point where you're trying to overplay. So I get all of that. But she's just got to try to figure a way to hang in there.
Yes, no doubt.
By the way, another time was Jessica looking at her box and just hitting a racket string saying, I don't feel the racket, I don't feel the ball.
Serve is a second, it's good. Sabalenka goes backhand middle, Pegula backhand cross, not even close to the court. Well long. Game points here for Aryna Sabalenka. I think a lot of it's going to be the crowd right now in this moment, trying to give a little bit of energy to the American hope.
They're trying.
They are.
They are really trying.
Serve T ace. Sabalenka has rolled out to a 3-love lead here in the second. And yeah, so this is real trouble for Pegula. How do you stay tight in this moment where you feel like you've just kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, that double fault, you think about that short backhand late in the first as well. How do you just stay mentally focused on the task at hand in the next service game?
It's very hard, especially when someone is just literally just taking the racket out of your hand. I think, and you brought up a good point, I think Jessica's still stuck on that short backhand that she missed and knew that she had some opportunity, because when you play someone like Sabalenka, you know you're only going to get a couple. So when you miss one, that becomes very huge.
Sophie, for you, I mean, you talked about this idea, right, of just struggling with the idea of feeling the racket. How, as a former player yourself, how do you possibly get that back?
Well, I mean, the one thing you want to do is just right now, erase everything that's been happening and think about playing one point at a time and trying to get the ball, as Zina said, you got to try to move Sabalenka, use the drop shot if you can. But the other thing is really, she's getting hurt on that serve. I mean, her first serve percentage is not high enough. She's getting really hurt on the second serve. I mean, one of them was 78 miles per hour. And by the way, Pegula is 1-7 in WTA level finals after having dropped the opening set.
Wow.
So on the WTA level, so she only defeated Anna Kalinskaya that was in Berlin this year, 6-7, 6-4, 7-6. So, you know, the stats are not there. She's talking to her camp right now.
I'm trying to see if we can pick up any of this, but yeah, this is that desperate time and when the coaching does really come in handy. Mark Knowles, Mark Merkline there. The rest of the team, it's a full player box right now, just trying to get her refocused here, and more than anything, just finding a little bit of confidence, which she's talked about at length of late. Love 3, first serve is long, serving from the near side right now. Second serve, Pegula at love 3, good. Sabalenka, big forehand, misses long into the deuce corner for 15 love.
15 love.
Yeah, Jess also is going to kind of have to fake it until she makes it. She's got to try to pump, move herself around, shake it off, do something, but she can't just all of a sudden just have no energy.
Serve long. 4 of 8 to start here in the second set on the first serve. And again, definitely a hangover effect there. Second serve good. Sabalenka forehand into the deuce corner. Dug out by Pegula. Another big forehand. This one not coming back. It's 15 all.
Yeah, even on Jessica on that one, she just kind of flailed at it like, yeah, like she's just, yes, she is hitting big. Yes, they're falling in. But you got to try to, as Sophie said, do something a little different. Like, let's try to get to the, now there's a good one, to the 8. Just try something that you normally don't do.
And that was just a very simple, not much of a swing, a little backhand punch into the ad corner. But again, it got
closer
Sabalenka
to the line
moving.
angle.
Yeah, that was a really pretty swing. Just kind of that windshield wiper motion there for a second. Serve off the net. And good. Very high bounce off to these tight nets here in New York this year. 30-15 in this love 3 service game. Another first serve. Good. Sabalenka backhand cross. Slice lob from Pegula is going to miss long. It's 30 all.
Yeah, well, there's absolutely nothing what we were saying that needs to be done to her, she did it to Jessica, but that was a beautiful shot. You just got to clap and move on.
Indeed. And right now, Pegula is 4 of 19 on her second serve points, just 21%. Serve for Pegula at 30 all is wide. Second serve here for Pegula at 30 all. That is good. Sabalenka forehand up the line for another return winner. 30-40.
Well, she just hit actually the U.S. Open sign, and one of those panel came off.
Oh my gosh.
With the ball. Yep, she got a little bit upset. Now there's a panel missing.
Yeah, she's got to be careful with that.
Forehand for Pegula through the middle. Sabalenka rolls a forehand to a Pegula forehand up the line. Slice back by Sabalenka. Pegula forehand inside out. Caught the line. Sabalenka slice into the net. It's just what you wanted there, Zena.
She's going to have to go for the lines a little bit on this. Just go a little bit closer to the lines where she has the opportunity. Anything that's right behind the service line that she has a good opportunity to get a hit on, try it.
Long deep breath here. Now we go at deuce, at love 3. Serve, T, good. Ship return into the net from Sabalenka. Game point for Pegula.
Great serving there by Jessica. She got up for that serve that time. She got a little air in her feet on that. Get up to the ball. You got to make some things happen here.
Serve up the tee is well long. Didn't get up at all for that one. Contact maybe a couple inches above the head. Second serve for Pegula. That is good. Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula backhand cross as well. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula goes backhand through the middle. Sabalenka big forehand. Pegula tracks it down. Bigger forehand. Squash shot from Sabalenka goes long. That might be the biggest forehand that Pegula has hit on the day. Draws the error. Now 3-1.
That was definitely one of the big ones. Even more, Mike, why it was big. She got a little bit more angle on it. She's got to try to start getting Sabalenka to be spreaded out. You can't keep going down the middle of the court and hope that she's missing. That's not happening.
Yeah, you definitely see a lot of players really try to target that body, if you will, so Sabalenka doesn't have the angles there and play through the middle. But at this point, I mean, you really have to find those angles and really kind of push her a little bit. There's no doubt about it.
But normally you're hitting, like you said, you're hitting that ball down the middle to get something. But when you get it, you got to spread it out.
Correct. Exactly right. 3-1, Sabalenka from the far side of the court. Serve T is into the net.
By the way, new balls, and Sabalenka did switch racket, but not Jessica.
Interesting. Second serve for Sabalenka here from the far side. Second is good. Pegula goes backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand cross. Pegula can't track that one down. Didn't get the cleanest hit on that return. Paid the price. 15 love.
Paid the price. She definitely paid the price. And it was way more than she wanted to pay for it.
At 15 love at 3-1. Serve off the net and long. Both women having a little bit tougher time serving-wise, percentage-wise in this second set. Sabalenka will be at 50%, 6 of 12 after missing there. Second serve, good. Pegula, big backhand cross. Sabalenka tries to redirect up the line. Not even close. Lanes the court.
But right there, Sabalenka's foot was in between the singles and the doubles alley, which means Pegula pulled her off of there. Pegula's got to try to start opening it up like that. That's her only chance. When she gets out, Sabalenka is not comfortable on the move.
At 15 all for Aryna Sabalenka. Serve T is long. And now below 50% for the set. Again, Pegula stepping in here. Second serve for Aryna Sabalenka. That's good to a backhand Pegula middle. Sabalenka rolls a backhand, lands good. Pegula backhand to a Sabalenka backhand punch that caught the line. Now Sabalenka backhand is into the net. She didn't look comfortable at any stage off the ground there. And now Pegula opening here at 15-30.
She did not, but Pegula did a great job. That was a nice deep ball, had her on the heels. The crowd once again is trying their best to push Jessica through this game.
Starts about 6 feet behind the baseline for a first serve return. Sabalenka at 15-30. Serve T net. First serve has disappeared here. 6 of 14 in the set. Second serve for Sabalenka. Hour and 20 minutes into this now. That serve is good. Pegula backhand to a Sabalenka inside out forehand. Pegula digs that out. Forehand for Sabalenka is not even close to the court. Stayed very low and she couldn't get up and down. 2 chances for Jess Pegula.
Yeah, Jessica actually got away with one, in my opinion, on that ball, but it does not matter because the great thing that she did was constantly keep that ball coming back. It was stronger down the middle, keeping Sabalenka on her heels.
First break chances of this set for Pegula, who was 2 of 4 in the first. Serve at 15-40. Good out wide. Pegula forehand to a Sabalenka forehand. Up the line. Miss from Pegula off the backhand wing. Powerful stuff. She didn't get the angle she wanted, Sabalenka, with that forehand, but the pace and depth on point.
Well, she really just picked it up like almost like a half ground stroke. Nice, but the force was behind it. And what she's been doing great is her balance, just staying very low, very balanced, and that also brings on a very forceful ground stroke when you keep balance like that.
Pegula goes backhand up the line. Squash shot. Sabalenka misses long. What a return for Jessica Pegula, and returns back into this match. We're on serve. 3-2 midway through the second on US Open Radio, presented by American Express.
Thank you.
Well, you have to admire the persistence of Jessica Pegula. And she's about to serve here at 2-3. From the far side, Mike Cation, Zina Garrison, Sophie Amiak is courtside. She has found herself down multiple times, finds ways back into it here, just kind of putting her head down, doing the work. First serve, T good. Chip return to a Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand slice lands good. Pegula drop shot. Yeah, absolutely. 15 love.
I'm having my own little dance here because that was all set up by she went a little bit closer to the lines wide and then set it up, and a beautiful backhand drop side by Jessica Pegula.
At 15 love, serve out wide, chip return. Pegula's going to have a backhand, another drop shot. Sabalenka there, misses long off the forehand wing. It's 30 love, and Sophie Your thoughts on back-to-back drop shots there from Jess Pegula?
I'm excited. That's my thoughts. I mean, they've worked. She's got to move her around, and she's got to keep serving the way she's serving right now. 2 for 2 on the first serve.
30 love for Jess Pegula. Serve, good. Sabalenka, big forehand. Pegula just pops it into the ad corner. No problem. Game points.
When you say put a knee to the ground, Jessica was so low on that ball, so balanced. Her knees were just completely there. Beautifully struck forehand right down the line.
Serve into the net here at 40 love. Second serve for Pegula. T is wide. It's a double fault for her.
40.
That's okay. If it's going to come, I'd rather it come right now. But good thing is she's still up 40-15. She really needs to try to get some type of serve in some type of corner or right into her body and then instantly pop her wide.
Went T on that first serve, misses long. It was an aggressive second serve, that big hard slider up the tee. This second serve, good. Sabalenka backhand middle. Pegula backhand crosses into the net from 40 love to 40-30.
40-30.
Well, that was 79 miles per hour second serve. You know that you're going to get sanctioned by the return, but the crowd is here. Listen to them.
Thank you.
Serve for Pegula with this game point up the tee. Chip return. Pegula's going to have a forehand, goes cross. Sabalenka forehand cross with depth. Now Sabalenka stepping into a forehand through the middle. Pegula forehand up the line to a backhand Sabalenka. Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand cross. Good angle. Slice back by Pegula. Sabalenka backhand cross. Good. Now has a backhand, goes through the middle. Pegula backhand up the line, lands good. Squash shot, Sabalenka. Pegula backhand inside out. Squash shot again from Sabalenka, lands good. Pegula forehand cross. Sabalenka rolls a forehand with depth. And Pegula misses that forehand. What defensive work from Aryna Sabalenka to get us to deuce.
That was great defense there by Sabalenka. Pegula had a couple opportunities. She chose to go back down the line twice, and actually, to me, she paid for it. You gotta keep Sabalenka. You have on a string, keep her going.
Longest rally of the day, 20 shots. Sabalenka's won 8 of the 10 points that have gone 9 shots or more tonight. Deuce serve, good. Sabalenka forehand middle. Pegula forehand middle. Sabalenka inside out forehand off the net. Rolls over. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka there. She just misses. She guessed right. Timing was off by that much, and Pegula has a game point.
Sabalenka would love to have that one back. She looked like a ballerina on that. She just had a little twirl going because she knew that court was wide open. She picked the right side and just missed it by a little bit. But great job by Pegula getting up to that short ball that hit the net, and she was right up there ready for it.
With the game point here, Pegula from the far side. Serve is long. This has been the issue. The second serves, 5 of 23 on the day, just 22%. Second serve for Jess, hour and 27 minutes in. Second serve's good. Sabalenka backhand is going to miss long. We're at 3-all.
Mike, we have some new energy in the building.
Yeah, half the crowd on their feet right now. And
second sets.
yeah, we knew the crowd was going to be a major factor, and they have indeed been there when Pegula has needed, when she has started to trail. And think back to that, love 3 service game when she desperately needed. Now she's back in at 3-all. She misses the first return here from the Sabalenka serve to the forehand side for 15 love. This is when you do also, though, even though the momentum has shifted back for Pegula, I mean, that finish line here a few games ago was very much in sight for Sabalenka with that break 3-love lead. Serve T good. Pegula rolls the forehand to a Sabalenka inside-out forehand. Pegula backhand. Sabalenka backhand cross off the line. Good. Lob from Pegula. Sabalenka big forehand off the net and good. Another lob from Pegula. Sabalenka overhead. Good into the deuce corner. Yeah, she had time on that forehand side after the net cord, probably just didn't realize it fast enough, Zena.
Yeah, that's a couple of times Jessica has done that where she might have had an opportunity. Knowing that Sabalenka is still working on her volley, she doesn't volley that well. She keeps putting up the lob. She had time enough to try to hit a ground stroke on that forehand side.
At 30 love for Aryna Sabalenka. Serve good. Backhand Pegula. Sabalenka inside out forehand. Pegula backhand pass. Absolutely. Dart thrown by Jess Pegula to the delight of Flava Flav. It's 30-15.
Flava Flav has a pink suit on and a pink clock. He's all about the pink today.
That clock has some flash on it.
That's right.
Wow.
Some bling.
That is easily a seven-figure piece, I have to think. 30-15 serve here for Sabalenka. Good to a Pegula backhand up the line. Forehand from Sabalenka off the net, and good. Pegula forehand up the line. Backhand Sabalenka short. Pegula backhand to a Sabalenka forehand. Volley Pegula is good. 30 all.
There has been so many net cords in this match, but they've been going in the favor of Pegula, giving her an opportunity to get to the next ball. She got up so close on that net cord, but this backhand volley was absolutely perfect by Pegula. Great job. We need more of it.
And very smart to go down the line on the approach. I mean, very smart. Much better than going cross-court where you have to mirror your approach. Much further point to get set for the next pass.
Keep it in front of you.
3 all, 30 all, serve out wide, good chip return, good depth. Sabalenka forehand to a Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand up the line, running forehand Pegula. Sabalenka forehand to a Pegula forehand up the line to the edge corner. There's a break chance. 30-40.
Noticing what we are seeing right now. Where is that ball going? It's going closer to the sidelines. She's got to take her chances, and right there it paid off for her. That was a beautiful forehand down the line by Jessica Pegula.
Thank you.
Hour and 30 minutes in. Can Pegula take control of this set with a break chance? 3 of 6 on the day. Serve for Sabalenka. Tee well wide. Misses by about 3 feet. Pegula again taking that step inside the baseline. Second serve, Sabalenka no doubles here in the set. Serve good, Pegula backhand cross, Sabalenka backhand middle. Sliced up the line from Pegula, squash shot from Sabalenka's into the net. Jessica Pegula was down and out just a couple moments ago, and now finds herself in the driver's seat in the second set. 4-3 with a break on US Open Radio, presented by American Express. Well, this turnaround is really something special right now. Sophie Amiak, you're courtside. I can't imagine what it's like inside the building right now.
Well, people on their feet when Jessica is getting ready now with the balls to serve here at 4-3 in the second set. What a turnaround, you said it. And yes, Zina, she's moving finally. Sabalenka, and it is paying off. She needs a lot of first serves here and try to put them maybe sometimes at the body.
Pegula from the near side, 4-3, serves up the tee, chip return. Pegula inside out forehand. And again, draws a forced error out of Sabalenka. I want to point out as well, listen, we're going to give a lot of the credit to Pegula, right? She's obviously changed tactics here in terms of just a little bit more aggression, and it's also, you think about how successful Sabalenka was moving forward. She was 12 of 13 in that first set, points at the net. She's 2 of 4 here in the second set. A lot of that having to do with Pegula's precision off the ground. Sabalenka with a forehand error as well here for 30 love.
But to what you're asking, it's very hard to move forward if you are moving. And so Jessica has done a better job of getting her moving, and that she's not having that ball where she can sit there and just move straight forward into the ball.
30 love here for Pegula, near side, serve good. Sabalenka, big return, squash shot good. Sabalenka drop shot, Pegula there, pops it up the line, swinging volley right through Jess Pegula. 30-15.
And Jessica even had a little smile on that. The great thing is that Jessica she had herself just moving, doing whatever she could to get up to that ball. But this swinging volley went right down the middle of the court from Sabalenka, and they could both just kind of laugh at that.
A very rare moment of levity. 30-15, serve, good. Sabalenka forehand up the line. Pegula forehand to a Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula can't come up with that one, but it really shows right now with Sabalenka taking the first chance to go big crack. This is first strike tennis right now.
It's definitely first strike tennis, as well as getting the other person moving off the court where it would open up the court. So it's just going to be who's going to have the will to do it first.
30 all at 4-3. Serve, Pegula, good. Sabalenka lobs a return that lands good. Pegula forehand cross, Sabalenka forehand bigger cross. Pegula forehand up the line to a backhand Sabalenka that's into the net.
Jessica got away with it a little bit, a little too much in that middle, but the speed wasn't there. Little off pace there by Jessica.
30th unforced error of the day for Sabalenka to go along with 34 winners. My word. 40-30 serve for Pegula off the net, just wide. Ball finally gets cleared. Pegula waits, now ready to go with his second serve. Toss goes up, second serve into the net. It's a double. It's her third of this set.
She thought it was first serve. She didn't know. She didn't know.
Wow.
She took a ball from the ball kid, and I was looking at it going, why did you take a ball from the ball kid? She thought it was first serve. She didn't hear the call.
Well, at least she laughed at herself.
Oh, my gosh.
There's nothing you can do about it. You can't get it back, so you might as well laugh at yourself.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh
But
my
that's
God, that was a huge
That was a
point.
huge point.
huge. Fourth double of the day. Deuce now, serve good. Sabalenka backhand middle, Pegula goes backhand middle, Sabalenka backhand inside out, pushed it wide. I don't love that thought process from Sabalenka. When you have somebody who clearly had a mental lapse like that,
You gotta keep
have
it going.
to make that.
Keep it going.
Listen to the crowd. Listen to them.
Oh, friends.
Courtney Cox.
Yes, I'm like friends.
Serve is good, backhand return. Pegula goes backhand cross, Sabalenka backhand cross as well. Pegula digs it out, up the line. Squash shot from Sabalenka's into the net, it's 5-3.
Way to go, Jessica. She held in there, but what she did was start moving Sabalenka, and it actually paid off. She even has Steph Curry up. He's clapping his hands. This crowd is ready to explode if she wins this set.
And she's given herself an opportunity, one game away here.
Well, this is
Hold the
mover,
baseline,
yeah.
says Mark Merkline.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Listen, since 7-5-3 low 40-30, Jessica Pegula has won 20 points for 8 on the other side.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Serve is good. Chip return lands short. Sabalenka forehand inside out, missed it long. And swats the ball in frustration there after it came back off the Pegula racket.
A lot of deja vu is going on right about now in Sabalenka's head. She had it basically where she wanted to have it, and Jessica has hung in there, and the crowd can feel it, but more than anything, Sabalenka is starting to feel it.
Serve, good. Wow, that was powerful.
That was
out
a great
wide,
ace.
109, but that was angry. Angry ace. Third of the set, sixth of the day for Sabalenka. 15 all here at 3-5. Serve, tee, lob return lands good. Sabalenka's overhead, good. Pegula chips it just into the net. Almost had that cleared, but it is 30-15.
That was a great overhead there. Serve speed 150 miles an hour, but that overhead seemed like it was 200 miles an hour.
Yes, it did. So 30-15 as the crowd hushes here. Serve out wide is wide. Sabalenka had taken a couple steps into the court, now retreating, starting her motion at 30-15 with a second serve, which is good to Pegula back in middle. Dug out by Sabalenka into the deuce court, and Pegula can't dig out the forehand. It's a game point, two of them here for Sabalenka.
Sabalenka, to me, is doing a great job of just trying to compose herself. She's done a great job of coming back after what just happened. She's playing just point to point right now.
Serve tee, Pegula backhand serve, and volley goes awry. What a return right to the feet. from Jessica Pegula, 40-30 now.
I'm going to have to take back everything I just said. That was a little mental lapse there. She tried to serve in volley, but Jessica was all over that. Didn't quite get to the service line.
Still has a game point, does Sabalenka, who's serving from the far side right now. Toss goes up for Aryna Sabalenka. Serve out wide is into the net, to the delight of at least one member of the crowd. Second serve upcoming here for Aryna Sabalenka, with Pegula inside the baseline. Second is good. Pegula back in middle, misses just long. That's a rare return miss here in the second set.
That was a rare one. It also, she was very late on that.
She was indeed. So Sabalenka does force the issue, gets us to 5-4. And listen, this turnaround here, that was ending a stretch of 5 straight games. Sophie, we'll start with you, and we actually just kind of see you sneaking in there right next to Andrea Petkovic. But your thoughts on this turnaround here and how Jessica Pegula maintains this here as she tries to close out the second set.
It's all about the serve. I keep saying it, but this time even more so right here. She wants to really take this, as we're seeing a lot of really big stars here. Emily Blunt is on the screen right now. I mean, we've seen Courtney Cox, we've seen Ilana Glazer with Tina Fey earlier. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And her is in the house.
That's a band.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure
she's looking at you like, who's that?
No, I was letting you finish, but I know.
Oh, and Claire Danes is in the house. Oh, wow.
You were on a roll, but I was waiting
here.
you to get back to the tennis, so that's why I was like, okay.
Well, let me tell you, the first serve, going back to the tennis, is very key here, and she needs to have that first serve, but, keep moving Sabalenka, like you said, Zina, because Sabalenka is getting impatient, but she is trying herself, Sabalenka, to hit as hard as she can, even harder when she's down, and that's what she is made of, and she's trying to relax right now, going to the receiving side, relaxing her arms, shaking her arms around. And let's see what Pegula can do here, if she can even things out once at all.
Well,
I think the crowd will go absolutely nuts.
It is Pegula serving for this set here at 5-4 from the far side. Serve, good. Sabalenka back in through the middle. Pegula back in cross. Sabalenka has to slice that up the line. Pegula forehand middle. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula tracks that down through the middle. Sabalenka forehand back behind Pegula, who hits that up the line. Sabalenka back in cross. Pegula drop shot. Sabalenka's going to get there. Goes forehand cross. Pegula there. Lob. Volley from Sabalenka. Wow! Backhand overhead from Sabalenka on a full stretch. Remarkable stuff for Love 15.
That was just an awesome point by both players, but this get to the drop shot was nice. Pegula just stretching up, but she hit a high ball. Sabalenka just literally did a 365 high overhead backhand. Just amazing. I can't even describe it. It was so awesome.
Missed first serve.
A la Suzanne Lenglen.
Yes, pirouette there, mid-court. Second serve for Pegula at Love 15. Second is good. Sabalenka back into it. Pegula backhand cross. Sabalenka backhand up the line. Pegula running forehand, goes cross and goes long. It's Love 30.
Yeah, Pegula there has actually twice she's had an opportunity to kind of stretch Sabalenka, and she keeps. It's almost, she needs to find that happy balance, because now she's like, I'm back in it. Let me just kind of play it safe. You can't play it safe. You got to go for it.
This crowd again urging Jessica Pegula to this finish line. Backhand return to a Pegula forehand. Sabalenka digs out a backhand. Pegula goes backhand up the line, running forehand for Sabalenka cross. Pegula forehand to a Sabalenka forehand middle. Pegula goes forehand middle. Sabalenka digs out a backhand. Pegula backhand cross, sliced back from Sabalenka. Backhand up the line from Pegula as well long. 3 chances for Aryna Sabalenka.
Sabalenka did a great job there, just kind of holding her ground, putting a little extra pressure on Pegula, came out with that slice. Jessica did not get up to that slice.
1 of 3 under break chances here in this set. 4 of 10 on the day is Sabalenka. Love 40, serve, tee good. Sabalenka forehand short. Pegula big forehand cross. Lob from Sabalenka, just missing. That was a very casual leave from Pegula on a ball that did not miss by much.
I don't know if I would have left that one alone, but she had a better eye than me, and that was a great shot. But she took that forehand short and went to the opposite corner, and it paid off for her.
15-40, serve, good. Sabalenka backhand inside out. Pegula has to dig out a forehand. Sabalenka forehand cross. Pegula goes forehand cross. Sabalenka forehand middle short. Pegula steps up, forehand inside out. Lob for Sabalenka. Pegula retreats. It's good on the baseline. Pegula inside out forehand. Sabalenka backhand line. She missed it. She missed it long. 30-40.
That was good work by Pegula, running down everything when she had the opportunity to go to the opposite corner. She went to the corner, and Sabalenka had an opportunity on this backhand down the line, just took her eye off of it. Great running by Pegula, knowing that she's running for everything. Sabalenka had to go for a little bit more.
Break point number 3 at 30-40. Serve, good. Backhand Sabalenka. Pegula backhand up the line. Running forehand Sabalenka. Pegula goes forehand cross. Sabalenka forehand up the line. Oh my! A thing of beauty as Aryna Sabalenka gets the break to 5-all.
That was just phenomenal there. She stepped into that forehand, did not relinquish anything out of that beautiful power, raised her hand to her boxes. Come on, give me more, give me more. She was phenomenal on that shot.
What a match we are seeing here. The women's singles final living up to expectation. 5-all for the second straight set. Sabalenka serving near side. Serve, T, good. Lob return is going to be short. Sabalenka forehand inside out into the ad corner. 15-love.
You got to give it to Sabalenka. She is serving. As Sophie said, the person who serves the best is going to come out on top. Not exactly what you said, Sophie, but first serve. You got to go for
Close
your
enough.
serve. And that was an excellent serve there.
She has it here at 15-love. Toss goes up. Serve. Out wide is well wide. Hour and 46 now. 46 minutes for this set after an hour-long first. Second serve upcoming here for Sabalenka. 5-all, 15-love. Serve off the net and wide. It's a double. Her first of the set, 5th of the day, 15-all.
Yeah, she's not going to like that. She's going to want it back. She's doing a great job of just kind of calming herself down. Realizes there's nothing she can do about that.
Yeah, the reach was not quite there. Very low contact point on that second serve as we got to look at the replay. Second serve upcoming here. She misses out wide with her first serve. Second serve now at 15-all for Sabalenka. Good. Pegula forehand middle, lands right on the baseline. Now she's going to get a backhand, goes cross. Sabalenka backhand short, sliced back by Pegula. Forehand for Sabalenka goes cross. Pegula matches. Sabalenka forehand middle. Pegula forehand up the line, just a bit wide. Just wide into the ad corner for 30-15.
Yeah, Pegula actually went for it there. I think she was actually a ball off. It should have been that first ball, not that second one. That other one came just a little bit too deep. She's got to keep pushing herself to try something that she normally would not do. She gets that first strike, she's got to go for it.
No doubt about it. She does have a negative winner to unforced error count, but she had to. She had to take some of those risks. 30-15 here in the 5-all service game. T serve is just long. Again, inside the baseline is Jess Pegula. The left foot is right on the outside sideline. Second serve here for Sabalenka. Good. Pegula backhand goes cross, but it got away from her. Very good kicker, and that contact point was above her head. Game point, Sabalenka.
Yes, it was a great kick there by Sabalenka. Pegula kind of smiled at the end because she realized she didn't get her feet up to the ball. One thing about a kick serve, you cannot let it get there. That's why people wanted to get it high. You got to move in before it gets too high.
Serve is good. Lob return's going to miss wide. Aryna Sabalenka, one game away here at 6-5. Sophie, these emotions are always so difficult. A couple seconds ago, Pegula was serving for the third set. Now on her back heel, serving to stay in it. What does she need to do here to just force a tiebreak?
Well, as you can hear, the crowd now is Husuni Lee, the gymnast, and pretty amazing. But yeah, talking about what happens back and forth in this set, it's pretty incredible to see like the momentum just shifting constantly, and we've seen this in the semifinals as well. And this time here, now it's Pegula who's changing over with a deficit and trying to stay in the match. So it's going to be tough, but I tell you one thing is after one point, I mean, I was watching a little bit more Sabalenka, and she seems to be, trying to breathe out. I mean, one, because I think she's nervous, but I think also because she's might be getting a slightly bit, tired and maybe slower. And I think that's very important for Jessica to stay with it, as Sabalenka is putting ice on her head again, as it is still very, very moist, and the humidity is still very high here.
But Zina, you talked about this. All of that wasted energy, doing the spins, talking to the crowd, all of that. This is where it shows. Late in the second.
You're absolutely right. It's definitely where it does, and it's if Jessica just can keep hanging in there, she has to on this game. It can pay off because it is a lot of energy being dispersed.
5-6, serving from the near side. Serve is good. Lob return. It's going to be a swinging volley. Sabalenka there for another lob. Pegula backtracks. Lob misses long. 15 love.
Right there. Move there by Pegula. Noticing that Sabalenka was in trouble. Hit a swinging volley, came in. Great work. She's got to do a little bit more of that. That first serve needs to be somewhere in the court right about now.
Serve netted. That's on you, Zina.
I said it again.
Second serve here for Pegula. That is good. Sabalenka goes backhand cross. Pegula digs it out. Short. Forehand for Sabalenka. Yes! Big backhand cross, finished with the forehand cross for 15-all.
But this is where I'm saying Pegula has to take some chances. She just put that ball right back in the zone of Sabalenka.
At 15-all, nervous energy from the crowd. At 5-6, serve, good. Sabalenka, big forehand cross. Yahoo! She's got it! Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. That forehand cross-court winner that Sabalenka just hit. She is on a zone, in a zone, and she's trying to finish this.
15-30, 2 points away. 40th winner of the match. Serve, Pegula, long. Sabalenka again, 2 big steps in, right on the baseline for this second serve, which is good. Sabalenka backing up the line, running forehand Pegula, Sabalenka forehand middle. Pegula rolls a forehand long. Championship point, Aryna Sabalenka at 15-40.
Sabalenka put so much power into that forehand. She was so high off the ground, putting all of her weight behind that shot, and she brings up a championship point for Sabalenka.
Pegula from the near side. Toss goes up. Serve, good. Sabalenka backhand, good. Pegula forehand cross. Sabalenka goes forehand middle. Pegula backhand middle. Sabalenka backhand through the middle. Pegula backhand up the line. Running forehand for Sabalenka. Into the net, 30-40.
Great job by Pegula staying in there. Sabalenka is just still talking to herself. At this point, she wants every point. Jessica just got to keep hanging in there. You never know.
Championship point number 2 at 30-40. Pegula serve, good. Sabalenka goes backhand cross. Pegula digs it out. Sabalenka backhand cross off the net and good. Pegula lob. Sabalenka stepping in as a big forehand goes to the deuce corner. Pegula lob, long! And Aryna Sabalenka finally gets her crown in Queens. She wins her first US Open title. 7-5, 7-5 over Jessica Pegula. On the ground, sobbing, is Aryna Sabalenka. She's done it. A title here in New York.
That was simply amazing. Both women giving a hug. Sabalenka was so excited. She's put so much energy. She's had so much ups and downs at this court here at the U.S. Open, but now in Arthur Ashe Stadium, she is the U.S. Open's Women's Champion, 2024 champion. Well done, Sabalenka.
She throws her hands to the crowd here and starts walking towards her team with tears streaming down her cheeks. A U.S. Open title to add to her 2 Australian Open titles. She wants to get into the crowd, being directed through the photographer's pit. And Sophie Amiak, your thoughts there on what we saw, just incredible there to come from 5-3 down in the second. Resilience there from Sabalenka.
Yeah, and once again, I mean, the resilience and, you know, we were talking about the emotional, but there's something that I want to point out is that the amount of points and that she won over 8 or 9 exchanges, that's pretty incredible as she's making her way now into her box and giving high fives to different people in the crowd, now embracing her box and thanking, well, I guess her trainer, her coach, they're all here embracing each other, and she needs to be celebrated because the way she played to come back, I agree, is pretty exquisite. Good effort for Pegula, probably you know, a few points here and there, especially in that first set where she had a chance to maybe push it to a tiebreak, but in any case, I think that was a fabulous match, a fabulous final here in 2 sets, unfortunately, because it felt like it should have gone in 3 and make it even more fun and appealing, but that was a great match, and congrats to Jessica to go as far to the final here after being stopped so many times in the quarterfinals. What an effort.
Yeah, this is hugs all around right now, hugging her boyfriend, and you can just see collapsing into his arms there, just this emotional moment for her. And yeah, as she slams the
I think that's not a permanent tattoo, but I think it's about to be a permanent tattoo.
She smacks her fitness coach Jason right on top of the head where he has that temporary tattoo of a tiger, and is heading back down to the court. We're going to take a very short timeout, come back for our trophy presentation. You've been listening to the women's singles final here on US Open Radio, presented by American Express. Sabalenka has made her way back down to the court. Hugs for strangers, selfies being taken with everyone as they're just putting together the stage for our trophy ceremony. And let's talk a little bit about Jessica Pegula here, and she's going to have a moment along with Aryna Sabalenka here in just a second. A lot's going to be talked about in terms of the second serve, but her level and the rise she made in that second set off the ground, taking more risk and being brave, my goodness, that says a lot about the quality of her character and the quality of her play.
Well, she has absolutely nothing to hold her head down. She gave it everything she did. She, even in the midst of the match when someone is just blasting forehands and backhands everywhere around, she changed up some strategy and tried something new, and it started working. It was just a little bit too late and Sabalenka was not going to let anything go. I have to take my hat off to Sabalenka. She is one of those players that absolutely has no problems with telling you what's going on in her head and what she's trying to work on. The whole thing about everybody with the crowd and all that, I think last year she absolutely knew why she lost that match last year, or what she felt. And she was determined to come back this year, and that was not going to happen to her.
And Sophie, she did just that. I mean, think about the variety that she employed and had to employ through this match, and overcoming the demons when she went down a break in the second. that again talks a lot about Aryna Sabalenka, doesn't it?
Yeah, she didn't break down under the pressure. She was emotionally very stable throughout this match, considering how difficult it was with, the crowd. I mean, there's nothing, as I said at one point, when people start clapping and 24,000 of them on your double fault. And I mean, you have to have some really, really strong mind to be able to get over that and to continue playing and really try to pretty much not acknowledge this crowd and try to take it for yourself. Really, that's what a lot of players say. When they hear that the crowd is for their opponents, they only think that every time they clap it's for you. You kind of put yourself in this mindset. And yeah, I mean, she was pretty exquisite under pressure. She started to hit harder at 5-3 and harder, and altogether, I mean, kudos to her, because I'm sure it's at some stages she probably thought about last year, but that thought probably was chased very quickly for her to accomplish her first US Open title.
Well, last couple seconds here as we start our trophy presentation. We're getting a look again at Sabalenka walking back through the crowd, and yeah, a pretty remarkable scene here for her to actually get to enjoy that moment, right? Yeah, you don't have too many opportunities.
And the slapping of the tiger on the ball head is pretty cool to me.
Yeah, and Billie Jean King is on court. I think she's going to give the trophy. She's just like high-fiving all the ball crew right here. It's it's very cool to watch.
Jessica
very
Pegula,
cool.
meanwhile, on her phone here, and it's such a loving place. You get hugs from everyone, and meanwhile, if you're on the wrong end of it, you're just kind of alone out there for a couple of minutes, and that is such a heartbreaking thing as we see that Tiffany is out here providing our trophies for our two players here today. I believe it's Mary Jo Fernandez who's going to be handling some of the trophy duties here today. Indeed it is. Ryan Hainline, the USTA representative, who will be out there here. Last couple of pieces being put into place. Yeah, we're getting a look right now at Jessica Pegula, who looks like she's kind of staring off into space, talking to herself right now. This is, why don't, if you do lose here, maybe go out into the crowd. Maybe your coaches get to come down here onto that box as well.
Well,
it's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it's a very tough one, but you're still playing the match in your head.
Yeah.
And so it's very like, what could I've done, But then you're also somewhere in the midst, you're like, not bad. It's really not bad. But you're still like, as a competitor that we know that she is, Jessica, she's probably replaying some points that she had in her head that maybe she could have taken some more opportunities on.
Hopefully this is the first of multiple opportunities for her. Aryna Sabalenka just was shown on the big screen and was actually crying, and that's why that crowd responded. She has been brought out onto stage, as has Jessica Pegula. Looks like we are just about ready to start our trophy presentation with Mary Jo Fernandez hosting
tonight's Women's Singles Championship Trophy presentation. Tournament Director Stacey Allister. USTA Chairman of the Board and President, Dr. Brian Hainline. Representing JP Morgan Chase, Chief Marketing Officer, Carla Zakem Hassan. And celebrating the 50th anniversary of her fourth and final US Open win, the indomitable Billie Jean King. And our host from ESPN, Mary Jo Fernandez.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for this terrific women's final? We will begin by welcoming future American tennis champions, 12-year-old Luca Brada-Sara Brazols from John McEnroe Tennis Academy, Randall's Island, and 9-year-old Diana Shankar from Saratoga Springs YMCA. To begin our trophy ceremony, we'd like to recognize our chair umpire for today's final and ask James Kiathavong to please step forward. It is now my pleasure to introduce the chairman of the board and president of the USTA, Brian Hainline. Brian?
Thank you, Mary Jo. Jess, you are a powerful voice of inclusion, especially for the Asian American Pacific Islander community. Thank you for using tennis as a platform for social awareness, and congratulations on advancing to your first Grand Slam singles final. We know there's more Grand Slam greatness in you. Aryna, on this same platform last year, I noted that you are a player of power and grace. I might add that you are a player who speaks for peace and who has a pretty good sense of humor. Congratulations on your third Grand Slam singles championship and your first US Open singles championship. To the US Open staff, all the spectators, and everyone connected with the US Open, thank you for making this 3-week event so spectacular. And for the fans, thank you for being the greatest sports fans on the planet. And for everyone in the world, if you have not done so already, go home, pick up a tennis racket, find a tennis court near you, and begin playing tennis, the healthiest sport on the planet. That is a journey for life. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Let's talk to our finalist, Jessica Pegula. Jess, despite this not being the outcome you were looking for, you've had an incredible 2 weeks. You beat the world's #1, and you broke through and made your first major final. Can you reflect on what this journey has been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible month for me, really. I had a rough start to the year, but was really able to turn it around. So, I mean, to be able to be standing here in my first Grand Slam final and then coming off such a hot summer, I mean, I didn't expect it. So I'm just, really grateful for the last, few weeks of tennis and some incredible matches that I've been able to put together.
You were down in both sets. You almost turned it around like you did in the semifinal. What made it so difficult against Aryna tonight?
I wish she would have at least let me get one set. God. We had obviously a tough match in Cincinnati a few weeks ago, and she's been playing some amazing hardcourt tennis, and if not the best hardcourt player in the world. So I knew it was going to be challenging and tough. I mean, she's super powerful, goes for her shots. She's definitely not going to give you anything, and she can take the racket out of your hand a lot of times. So, yeah, I was happy I was able to fight back and give myself a chance, but in the end it wasn't enough. But I'm glad I was able to stay in it and keep giving myself opportunities.
Finally, no one gets to this moment by themselves, and you've had great support these 2 weeks with family, your coaches, your team. What message do you have for them?
Yeah, thank you guys over there in my box. Thanks to both my coaches, Mark and Mark, Seba, my physio, John, my trainer, my brother, sister, Asian, husband, everybody that's in the box today. Thank you guys so much for supporting me over the last, forever, but also the last couple weeks and the last month. It's been crazy. And also to, I think my parents are also somewhere here. I have lots of friends and family that just came in to watch that are all kind of scattered around. I don't really know where they are, but thank you guys so much for coming and supporting me. I mean, it's been a long journey, so to be able to have your sport here in the U.S. at my home slam is amazing. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jess. On behalf of the USTA, Brian Hainline will present you with your trophy. And now let's talk to our champion. Aryna, congratulations. You've come so close in the past. You have 2 Australian Open titles, but what does it mean to win your first US Open?
Oh my God, I'm speechless right now because, as you said so many times, yeah, as you said so many times, I thought I was so close to get US Open title, always been dream of mine, and finally I got this beautiful trophy. It means a lot. It was very difficult couple of weeks, and talking about Jessica, I know how tough it was in the finals, but you're showing some amazing tennis, and I'm more than sure that one day you're gonna get one. I mean, not one, maybe more. But let's start from one Grand Slam, and congratulations on a great summer. You're an amazing player, and in that second set, honestly, I was just praying there. I was literally staying there and praying for getting this win, and you're talking about giving you one set. So yeah, and yeah, it means a lot. I'm literally speechless right now.
We saw some tears last year when you lost in the final, and now we see some different type of tears winning this tournament. What are your emotions like right now?
You know, everything I'm thinking, I remember all those tough losses in the past year, and you know, just, it's gonna sound easy, but never give up on your dream and just keep trying, keep working hard. And if you're really working hard and you're sacrificing everything for your dream, you're gonna get it one day. So I'm just super proud of myself. I never say that, but really, guys, I'm super proud of myself. I'm proud of my team that no matter which situation we were facing this season and in the past, we were able to go through it and get all those beautiful trophies. And
you had a beautiful embrace with all of them. What does their support mean to you?
I mean, that's everything. Let's be honest, without them it wouldn't be me, and I wouldn't exist, and as I always say, without me you guys wouldn't exist too, so you're welcome. No, I love you guys, and your support is everything. You're my family, and I don't know, I cannot imagine my tennis life and my personal life without you guys. I really love you. I say it really, like, not often, but I say it sometimes, and I say it loud, but guys, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being you.
And lastly, Aryna, you were asking this crowd to get involved during this match, playing another American. What were you thinking?
No, honestly, I mean, guys, thank you. I heard a lot of support. You were cheering for me on those good moments. But of course, I expected you to cheer for Jessica. I mean, that wouldn't be normal if you would cheer for me, you know. So, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for all the support throughout these 2 incredible weeks. You guys are really amazing, and you make this place very special and very enjoyable to play. So thank you so much once again. You guys are amazing.
Congratulations, Aryna. And now to hand you a prize money check for $3,600,000 is Chief Marketing Officer from JP Morgan Chase, Carla Sakem Hassan. And the one and only Billie Jean King will hand you your championship trophy.
They're meeting in the middle. A couple of words from Billie Jean King. Sabalenka shaking her hands. And
ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 U.S. Open Women's Champion, Aryna Sabalenka.
She hoists that trophy over her head, a well-deserved U.S. Open crown for Aryna Sabalenka. Again, you can see some tears going to be falling here over the next couple of minutes. She checks, the lid is on and it's going to stay on.
That just means
don't want that to be falling off.
That just means she's got a lot of those, so she knew it could possibly come off. Well done.
Well, let's go to Sophie Amiach first there. Sophie, I don't know how else to say it. The improvement from Aryna Sabalenka from last year to this year, it is hard for people at the very top of the game, right, to really take stock of themselves and see where they have that weakness and say, I've got to give another 5%, I've got another 10% to give. And she's done that, and it has paid off here in New York.
Yeah, it has paid off in New York. It has paid off in the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, the changes and just the commitment that she, as she said, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of dedication, but also the fact that she's really growing into her tennis. And I talked a lot in the past about the unforced error versus winners, and the gaps that are in between. And if she's in the plus column, it's going to be a bad day for the opposition. If she's close and still a little bit on the negative side, maybe 2 or 3 negative points below the unforced versus winners, it's still going to be a bad day for the opposite. And right now, she's very consistent. She's been consistent, and that's why she was, and she is number 2 in the world. That's why she won today. I mean, look, I don't have the stats in front of me, but out of all those long points, the 8+ rallies, I think she won the majority of them.
12 of 15, Sophie.
Yeah, so I mean, that's telling that in some way, shape, or form, she is getting better and better in those long rallies with the amount of risk that she's taking. And that, to me, is absolutely a huge improvement for somebody who hits the ball so hard.
Zina, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I just got to take my hats off to her. First of all, I absolutely love the way that she thanked her team as a team, and that without them, she could not do what she does, and then without her, they could not do. And I say that because a lot of people, a lot of players do not get that. It really is a team effort, and especially now in this day and age. But that is where, to me, this is why she's holding up that championship. She's made some improvements. She was very holding herself accountable for what she did and what she needed to do, and she made those adjustments. And coming forward, it's the best I've ever seen her do. And then those drop shots were absolutely amazing.
She finished 18 of 23 at the net.
Yeah.
Just very, very impressed. And one thing she said that I wrote down, that she was so proud of herself.
Yes. And she used to get down on herself. That's an improvement within itself as well.
As a parent, that's exactly what you want to teach your child, is to make sure that they take pride in their accomplishments, in their hard work.
Yeah.
And she has shown that she takes pride in that and that work effort, and it just really paid off here in New York. Taking a couple pictures with the ball crew right now. Tiger pose. Sophie?
On the sideline, just FYI, Billie Jean King is taking selfies with everybody. He's thanking all the ball crew. I mean, this is ridiculous. She's giving high five to all the ball crew, all the, the carriers of the flags, and now, doing selfies and giving autographs. That's a beautiful thing that we're seeing here on this court with Sabalenka, with that trophy and posing. Absolutely grand.
This is it for the 3 of us on air. Zina, Sophie, I'm going to talk to both of you here and just say, as somebody who didn't play at the highest levels, and I know I speak for Dave and Brian and the rest of our play-by-play team, Ravi as well, we didn't play at the highest levels. The opportunity for us to learn from the 2 of you and our other incredible analysts over these last 8 years for me and many more for others, this is the highest compliment I can give you. We learn so much, and we are better broadcasters because of your expertise. Every time we get to work with you guys, and you make it so enjoyable to learn from 2 great champions like the 2 of you. Thank you both very, very much.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Mike, and we've had the opportunity. We learned so much from you. I enjoy every time. I look forward to being able to come here. But I also wanted to say to Jim and Kenny and Claude and everybody in the back, the make us look good. And also I want to give a big shout out to just the USTA for upping our studio, and I
Yes.
hear a lot of great things, and to the new streaming team.
Yes.
But thank you guys. This has been awesome, and we hope that you love doing radio as much as we love putting it out there.